poppin' family? Welcome back to another episode of Jared Tries Trading, and we're back at it. We got our nose in the charts, and I know. It's like, Jared, another study hall video? Where's $1,000 in 1 minute? I know, that's what we all want, but it's not what we need. So we're back at it, back on TradingView, and I have Friday, November 11th. We're gonna go through the next week and see if we can land a fucking trade and see what happens if we could fucking read the price action and get one right. I'm only gonna go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but hopefully there'll be some nuggets in here that one of you guys could pick up and tell me about, or maybe I'll learn something as well. So this is the D1. I have prior day high, prior day low marked out. I have some volume imbalances marked out, a ton of fair value gaps up top, liquidity up here, liquidity down here, also a fair value gap down below. We have a D1 break of structure to the upside, left is fair value gap. So I am currently bullish until we balance some of this shit. I don't know if we're gonna get up here. We'll see. According to this D1, have a swing low here, bullish structure. So I'm pretty confident in the bullish bias. We're down there at the 1 hour, and now we're gonna skip ahead to my trading window. Can't tell shit from this. Let's see. Midnight open, above, below, kind of right in the middle of prior day's range. So maybe an inside day, and I can't really expect to reach above these. So maybe we'll mark out some of this internal liquidity, the highs, the lows, and maybe we could sweep some of this liquidity in here. Probably easier to see in a 15-minute. Okay, actually, I like this. It looks kind of familiar. I might be wrong. It's all good. So we come down here, induce more shorts, market structure break to the downside, but we may just be grabbing this liquidity from this low right here. So I am going to set up this order block, bam, which we already tapped into actually. So my mistake, when you skip forward on the 1 hour, it takes us into the 8 o'clock window. So I didn't mean to do that, but we have an order block here, 1 hour. We also have this order block. So we have nested order blocks here. Now, if you remember our kind of framework, I'm gonna type it out again. You could skip this part if you don't want. Higher time frame draw on liquidity, 1 hour market structure shift in bias direction. We are bullish. Old high, low left behind. Higher time frame, price action in bias direction. That was the daily. We did get bullish. Fractal, OTE, and I'm not going to look at the SMT divergence and our OBs respected in our direction. So this is what we're looking at. Hard time frame drawn liquidity. We have a shit ton of unbalances up here. We have this short-term high that I think will be a target. 1 hour market structure shift. We had one to the downside. We don't have one to the upside. But if we're going to get down and zoom in, we have one here, and I just learned something today actually. Shout out to Unlimited Bag. King high break of structure. Do we have that? What is that? King high? And this is just me regurgitating shit, so go study it for yourself. We need a swing high with 2 swing highs on each side of it. Maybe it's easier to see on the 5-minute. Swing high right here, and then we also have this right here. So we have this break of structure, Is this also king high? Maybe not. Maybe on smaller time frames. I think he said the leg that the break of structure that broke the king high is what you use your fib on. And if it's a natural king high, we use the wicks. And I'm still getting this down, guys. So, call me out, whatever. Let me know how you're doing. We have the nested order block right here. This order block, can't tell really if it's respected yet, but we're just gonna say we'll go long here. I don't know if there's news today. This shit could just pop down. It's okay. We're gonna go 2 to 1 on the 5-minute, and let's see what happens. Stopped out. We did get that pop. We had a 1 to 1, but we stopped out. So this might just be a day where there was no trade. If we go to the 15-minute, this whole structure right here, it would create a bigger stop for us. But this price action is kind of nasty, so I don't know. but this is our 1 hour market structure shift, or break of structure rather. No real king high in here. So this one I'm not sure about. It's definitely probably one of the more nuanced ones. So the longer term, from this swing low to this swing high, we got filled. Let's see what happens. That one would have got stopped out as well. So inside day, didn't quite work out. We didn't actually get to any liquidity that we were targeting. We'll take that as a loss. This was outside the trading window already for this OTE. Had this break of structure, but it would have been too late for me to take the trade. We also had, I see this order block here, tapped into that and rallied up. I don't know if there's news today, again, like I said, but we would have gotten stopped out for sure on the one that I would have taken. Let's go to tomorrow. I'm still bullish. I wonder if I could look at the daily. I don't want to ruin it. So we'll stay on the 1 hour. Left this fair value gap, already filled it. I'm gonna look for a retrace to go bullish. We also have this liquidity down here that we might have to sweep before going up. Nice bullish price action. I like that. Break a structure to the upside. Imbalance here, order block. Now we're going to stock price. It broke this king high. Swing high, swing high, swing high. So we're gonna anchor our fib on this price leg and we're going to stock the high. Who knows, we may not even get filled. That's a swing high right there. So we're gonna go long right here, stop at this low. We don't want this order block to be violated, so bam, must be news. News day, and we would have to move this up. We're also tapping into the higher time frame fair value gaps. I don't really expect to get filled on this one, but we'll see. 2 to 1, tapped in and stopped out. So we got to the liquidity up here, which is pretty much the target, but the move was a rejection. We're sweeping it and it's back to the downside. So if we're framing it that way, would have been the sweep, break a structure here, and then we could have placed our fib to the downside right here. But this is nasty price action anyways. And I was bullish on the D1, so I'm not gonna switch around just because it's hindsight. That's fine, that's another L. So that's minus 2R for the week. That's pretty shitty. Were there signs? All this was bullish. There's definitely news today. Judas swing, and then we tank. Break a structure to the downside, but it's on the 5 minute, you know, so this 15-minute break of structure still outweighs it. But it would be this swing high to this swing low. Now I'd get tagged in, but that's fine. On to the next. And Wednesday, we got one more day. Let's move our liquidity up here. We also grabbed prior day's low liquidity. We're coming from sweeping the high from Monday, so I have a bearish bias because you gotta ask, where are we coming from and where are we headed? This is bullish price action, higher lows. Where are we coming from? We're coming from sweeping the highs. So let's see if we can get this right. We do have these relative equal highs here. The algo is definitely going to want to take that shit out. Have this internal liquidity, this internal liquidity. We got this order block. Displacement to the downside. Break a structure. Frame it for this order block. So I'm still going to frame it from up here. 12-point stop. We'll go for 2 to 1. Oh, I got fucking tapped in. Barely. We're going to get to the 2 to 1. Yay! Made back what we lost this week. And what did we have for our rules, right? See, there's a lot of nuance in it too. It's like the rules don't just magically make every trade a win. I thought the higher time frame draw on liquidity was bullish. I was correct, but look what happened. It's like, okay, we tapped into that and then we just fucking go back down. It'll happen. Right here, where are we coming from? Sweeping highs. So we have unfinished business to the downside. We have, this liquidity down here, relative equal lows, 4 of them on the M5. Relative equal lows on the 1 hour as well. So algo is going to want to take one of these out, right? And pretty much what got me bearish is, again, the question of where are we coming from? It's like logically, okay, we took out a bunch of liquidity, a bunch of buy side liquidity. Is the next logical place to take out more buy side liquidity? And sometimes it might, but logically, I think we had some unfinished business to the downside. So I think even later this week, and we're going to see, but I'm not going to trade Thursday, Friday, we'll take out this eventually. Hard time frame draw on liquidity down here. This bearish order block that was never tapped back into. A lot of displacement to the downside. We also left this imbalance, which had to be filled eventually as well. which we did. We started to prior to New York Open. Old highs, old lows left behind. OBs respected in our direction. This one was respected. I don't know if this counts as being respected. And then this one was respected because all the bodies closed below it. So this one wasn't, but this was. We literally filled this fair value gap too, to the fucking point. Ride up, drop down. So that's something that I missed as well. So I think as far as framework, there's some nuance that comes along with it in being able to read what has happened so far in the week. Initially, we were bullish. It went up. What happened on Monday again? Oh yeah, it just wicked us out. It's like, that's just an unfortunate event. There's another OTE right here, but that's outside of our trading windows. It happens. This one, news. So it's very possible that on that day I wouldn't even have traded. On this day, we switched our bias bearish because we're coming from a buy side liquidity sweep and the price action leading up to it. We left this imbalance that needs to be filled. A good analogy that I've heard, I think ICT said it, is the quicker the displacement, the more imbalance is left. It's kind of like using a paint roller on a wall. We left a lot of unfilled gaps here, so we need to come back and paint that. And that's helped me out. Let's see how far this one goes. 3-1? Doesn't quite get to 3-1. And then let's just see for fun what's gonna happen the rest of the week. Obviously I'd be done this week. We have this liquidity, so I think that's in the target, that's in the crosshairs right now. And then a little bit below that, that's in the crosshairs. We also have all this imbalance down here that we need to fill in eventually. Let's see. There we go. Take out this, the sell stops, filling in this imbalance down here. And then I suspect not much more movement on Friday. We'll finish right in the middle somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so for today's little back testing, kind of just trying to read, where the liquidity's at and stuff. 1 win, 2 losses, and 1 day had news. So we would have broke even this week anyways, because -1R on Monday, -1R on Tuesday, +2R if that was our price target. To be honest, I think 3-1 is what I eventually want to target, but I need to get more confident in reading where the price is going to go. That's where we're at with this one, guys. I know, like I said in the beginning, we don't really want to do this shit, and you definitely don't want to watch it, but hey, it's helping me out, and I hope for the few of you that watch this shit, maybe you'll find some nuggets in it, or maybe you'll have some advice or insight for me. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, comment below, let me know how you're doing. By the way, Apex Trader Funding is having an 80% off sale. I know I'm fucking shilling this shit, but I get like a couple bucks if you sign up through my link. So the link's down below. Until the next one, see ya.